The fall of an icon, Sean Diddy Combs, and the shocking allegations. Sean Diddy Combs, a name synonymous with success, a titan of the music industry, a global icon. But now, his name is linked to something sinister. Combs is facing serious charges: sex trafficking, racketeering. The world watched in disbelief. How could this be? The allegations are shocking. They paint a dark picture, a legacy tarnished from music mogul to accused criminal. Sean Combs, better known as Diddy, was more than just a musician. He was a brand, a visionary. He built an empire. From Bad Boy Records to Ciroc Vodka, he turned his name into gold. He was an inspiration, a symbol of black excellence. He rose from humble beginnings to conquer the music industry. He mentored countless artists. He became a cultural force. And now his legacy is in jeopardy. The charges against him threaten to dismantle everything he built. The accusations paint a stark contrast to his public persona. The man who spoke of empowerment and opportunity now stands accused of exploiting and abusing others. The charges: sex trafficking and racketeering. The charges against Diddy are not to be taken lightly. Sex trafficking, racketeering. These are serious offenses, carrying heavy penalties. Sex trafficking involves the exploitation of individuals for sexual purposes. It's a form of modern-day slavery. The allegations suggest that Combs used coercion, threats, and possibly even violence to force individuals into sexual acts. Racketeering implies a pattern of criminal activity. It suggests that these alleged acts were not isolated incidents, but part of a larger scheme. The prosecution alleges that Combs used his wealth and influence to silence victims and maintain his operation. They claim he ran a sophisticated network that profited from the exploitation of vulnerable individuals. Behind closed doors, the dark underbelly of power and exploitation. The allegations against Diddy, if true, expose a dark side to the music industry, an underbelly of power dynamics and exploitation. For years, whispers of abuse and misconduct have circulated within the entertainment world. Stories of powerful individuals using their positions to take advantage of others. Diddy's case, however, has brought these issues to the forefront. It shines a light on the potential for abuse when power goes unchecked. It forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about the industries we idolize and the people we put on pedestals. Section 5, denied bail. The judge's verdict and Diddy's desperation. The judge's decision was swift. Bail denied. Diddy's legal team, armed with a $50 million offer, was stunned. Their client, a man who had never been convicted of a crime, would remain behind bars. The judge's reasoning was clear. The charges were too serious. the risk of flight too high, and the potential for witness tampering too great. Diddy, accustomed to a life of luxury and freedom, found himself trapped, confined to a cell, stripped of his power. His fate now rested in the hands of the justice system. Section 6, a fight for freedom. Diddy maintains innocence amidst mounting evidence. Despite the damning allegations, Diddy maintains his innocence. He proclaims he is a victim of a witch hunt, a target of false accusations. His legal team is fighting tooth and nail. They're challenging the evidence, discrediting witnesses, and painting a picture of a man wrongly accused. Diddy, they argue, is a successful businessman. He has no need to exploit anyone. They claim he is a target because of his wealth and status. But the prosecution remains steadfast. They believe they have a strong case, a case built on evidence and testimony, a case that will expose the truth behind the facade. Section 7, the prosecution's case, a trail of coercion, intimidation, and abuse. The prosecution's case is built on a foundation of disturbing allegations. They claim to have evidence of coercion, threats, intimidation, and even physical abuse. They have presented witness testimonies, former associates, and allegedly victims themselves. Each story paints a picture of a man who used his power to control and manipulate. Financial records, they allege, show a pattern of suspicious transactions, payments to alleged victims, hush money to keep them quiet. The prosecution believes they have enough to convince a jury, enough to prove that Diddy is not the man he portrays himself to be. Section 8. Diddy's breakdown suicide watch and the crushing weight of accusations. The pressure is taking its toll. The weight of the accusations, the relentless media scrutiny, the prospect of a lengthy prison sentence. It's all become too much for Diddy to bear. Reports have surfaced of a mental breakdown, of Diddy being placed on suicide watch. A stark contrast to the confident, larger-than-life persona he once projected. His family and friends are worried. They fear for his well-being. They plead with the public to remember that he is innocent until proven guilty. But the legal process grinds on. The trial looms. And Diddy finds himself facing his own demons, alone in a cell, stripped of his freedom and his legacy hanging by a thread. Section 9, a reckoning for the music industry, power, exploitation, and the price of silence. Diddy's case, regardless of its outcome, has sparked a necessary conversation. It has forced the music industry to confront its demons. For too long, stories of abuse and exploitation have been swept under the rug, protected by powerful individuals and institutions. But the tide is turning. Victims are finding their voices. They are demanding to be heard. They are refusing to be silenced. Diddy's case is a stark reminder that fame and fortune do not exempt anyone from accountability, that no one is above the law, and that the pursuit of success should never come at the expense of another human being.